Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a mouse. It's a German tier 10 super heavy tank. It's one of the heaviest in the game. Not the heaviest though. I think actually the bigger tank, the Type 5 Heavy, is slightly bigger. And this one is located on the north spawn of Redshire under the command of Andromedaa. Well, weighing in as a massive 192 tons. Yep, it's huge. It's got a 128mm gun, which is very similar to the 13cm gun you find on the T10 and the Chinese heavy tanks. It's slow, but it does have very few weak spots. You really have to either penetrate it through the sides or go through that lower plate. It's about the only way you're going to get through. Now he's getting a bit of assist there, the ISM. Yeah, it's 490 alpha is the average damage. And well, you can see Andromeda's loaded plenty of APCR. He's also got a few rounds of HE. Now the HE, the interesting thing, 630 damage. And that's really, you know, softened things up on weaker opponents who are lightly armoured. Now we're not going to bother about the enemy who might be watching from the hill across the way. And there is one. There's a pattern. Oh, that one didn't connect. But he did fire back. In fact, there's an Object 430U up there as well. Well, our ISM, who's so eager to get to the Zeppelin, has expired. But the E100 and the Conqueror, well, they're about to meet somebody who can easily match them. Here we go. And we've got the sides of the E100. Oh, didn't go through. Would have been better with the HE, I think. And the E100 is coming over to say hello. He's probably going to fire HE. And we put one into his lower plate for 523. And he does fire HE at us. Big surprise. Go for the cheeks. Yep, that one went through. And the Conqueror wants to say hello. Hello! Well, that exchange cost him 495. It only cost us 385. So, yeah, we can exchange that if we want. This tank does have the highest hit pool in the game at 3,000. And that was a bonk. Now, low plate. Yep. Better. 394. And the Conqueror is down from a splash. From our M40, M43. Nice shot. Difficult one through the Zeppelin. Now, E100's next. Yep, that worked. And he's tracked us. Well, that's not a problem. We'll just move forward a bit and get ready for the next shot. Say goodbye. Goodbye. And he's gone. We're 2 tanks down on the enemy at the moment, but the Zeppelin is ours. No doubt about that. Now, there's only 2 prototypes of this this tank were actually built. Only one actually received the turret and the gun, and that is now located at Kubinka, the Russian tank museum. I was about to say Soviet tank museum because it was Soviet up until a while back, until the 90s. But there you go, the soft skin vehicle running away as quickly as it can. Yeah, the HE round would be perfect for him. Yes, it's the only one in the world, and I've heard that Wargaming did actually talk about a project to actually restore the mouse and get the gun and everything in working operation, and well, not working in terms of, you know, to be used, but to restore everything on the inside of the turret. Well, he dealt with that Strim S1 at range with an auto aim. I did hear that, but I'm not sure if it was a true statement. I think they said that they would like to, but I'm not sure that Kubinka would actually give him permission to do it. Oh, lovely shot there, straight between the buildings. 477, which is a low roll, but he can finish off the Pantera with the next shot if he stays where he is. And he's gone. Okay, still 2 tanks down though, which is not so good. And in fact, we're the only one who ventured south from the Zeppelin. I think that's because we're being treated as the spearhead, and then the others are supposed to follow once everything's been cleared up. But if you've noticed the minimap, most of the enemy forces are actually in the north. Yes, I'm afraid they've actually wiped out most of our guys, and of course this is an encounter game, so going south is just really to kill any enemy tanks here. And it would have been lovely if we got an HE round available, but no, we just destroyed that one, which was the Batchat 155-55. Now we're going to destroy the M40. Here we go. Bye bye. Just like that, no problem whatsoever. So, kills 5 so far. I think now will be the moment to actually drive towards the cap circle, because we know there's 4 enemy tanks in the north. There's just the GW Tiger that we haven't found, and of course he can't drive very far because, well, he's not exactly fast. There's only 3 left on our team, the Udez and the Conqueror, and I don't think the Udez is going to last long because he's got 2 enemies after him. No, we can't shoot the Pershing, he's just too far away over a ridgeline. So I guess that all that Andromeda can do for the moment is try and look for that GW Tiger. But if I was in the GW Tiger, I probably would have headed north as well. I guess he's looking for him on the basis that, yep, there may be a, Dumitru's out of it. Ah, there he is. Okay, well, he's not going to take very long. Yep, gone. Oh, but he's now the last one alive against 3 enemy tanks. An Object 257, a KV-4 and a Pershing. Well, this is going to be difficult because, of course, they can occupy him from the front whilst the others get round to the weak spots. So, yes, difficult to say the least. If he can take them on one by one, I wouldn't say this would be a problem, but I don't think the enemy's going to let him do that. The best thing to do is actually just to head towards the cap circle and let them come to him. He's still got a fair bit of health. Oh, and he's been seen and shot in the side already by the Pershing, who pulled back below the ridgeline before he could get a return fire shot. I'm afraid this is probably what we're going to be putting up with a lot. So using a bit of cover like this house actually might be beneficial. Up, somebody has popped up into that tree and we've been spotted. So stay where you are, hold your aim, wait for them to fire and then hit them. Well, there's the 257 in the cap. Nice shot into him, high roll, 550. And at that moment the Pershing took to fire, but of course he couldn't get the shot through the thick frontal armour. Oh, we tried to get one through the 257, but it was just too late. So, yep, get close and finish him off with the next round. No, it's going to take 2 shots. Okay, got one in. And, oh, took a round from the Pershing this time. One more round and that's his top gun. If he can get it into that 257. The 257 probably knows that. But we really need to be going in the opposite direction towards the cap. Oh, we disengage for the moment, but they might still be able to see us. Well, yes, they can. Sixth Sense proves it. And, well, that one went into the tracks on the Pershing, and he's burned his repair kit straight away. And he tried to track us, but we've burned ours. Now, ideally what we need to do is move towards the gap. It's difficult because if we do move towards the cap, we're going to get the Pershing and the 257 trying to shoot us in the side. So what we need to do is engage at least one of them. And there's the KV-4. There was the KV-4. He's now up to 5.8k of damage. Block 2k. Here comes 257. And he's got him too. And that's 7 kills. No, 8 kills. He's got a Radley's. I was miscounting them. Of course. So there's only the Pershing left. But we've only got 487 hit points. But I'm a little more confident now that he can do this. So long as he doesn't get penetrated by that Pershing at long range. And of course that's probably what the Pershing's going to do. Stay at long range, shoot into the weak spots. And he's side on at the moment, and yeah, he's been seen, so somebody's still over in those bushes, I think. But he does need to get towards the cap. There's only 3 minutes, well it's less than, there's not enough time now to cap out on your own, I think, so he just has to he'll just have to sit and wait and collect cap points. The Pershing might be interested in getting a defender medal. He pokes his nose out, we might be able to blow it off for him. Oh, I would normally stay low and in one of the dips. He's decided he wants to go over to the far side. Okay. I guess that Andromeda thinks that the Pershing's changed position. But I think he'd still be in that set of woods where he was shooting from the last time, because he knew that we couldn't see him while he was in there. As you can see on the clock, it's 3 minutes 21 to cap out, and there's only 2:31 left on the clock. Impossible to cap out on this game now. The most we can hope for is that the Pershing makes a mistake and we blow his nose off, but if he doesn't, then it's going to be a draw. And the worst that might happen is that he might catch us from a distance, put a couple of rounds into us, and win the game. That's the 2-minute hooter. Of course, as I mentioned, you know, the Pershing might be waiting to pick up a defender medal. And yeah, he did go round. So Andromeda was right to go over into the second level, because the Pershing had gone all the way around to attract or get the shot from a different angle. And no, I think he's behind the house there. Yeah, he popped out to have a look. And oh, he got a penetrating shot on us. In fact, now we're a one-shot for him, I think. We might be. This is going to be awkward. Okay, we've locked on. He was trying to side scrape us. Now he knows we fired. He's got a free shot on us. He's bounced one off us. Can we get round in time? Oh no, he's got the speed, you see, that's the thing. He puts one into our tracks. He's going to get another free shot. We're still reloading, and he's fluffed that one as well. The last minute hooter went off, by the way. I forgot to mention that. I think he's going to try and get a shot into our rear. Nope, that just hit the track again. "30 seconds to go." I think he's just fluffed another shot. We're holding our fire ready. He can shoot underneath that arch, you see, that's another problem. We're trying to get the shot on him. Oh, we narrowly missed it there. I think he's going to shoot through the arch, or is he going to come round and do it? He's going to try and get alongside us. And he did get one in. And now it's the last few seconds of the game. And he's killed. Oh, that is so cruel. Last second of the game. And we lose. How cruel can that be? Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. Oh, wow, look at this. It was a first class mastery for Andromeda in the mouse, and he got a duelist and a fire for effect out of the minor medals. He picked up a Dumitru's, a Radley's, a high caliber and a Top Gun. But he was cruelly taken in the last second when there was virtually 0.00 on the clock by a shell from the Pershing, which ended the game with a defeat. But look at that win 8 for the game, 10,479. What a heartbreaker for that one. Oh, I feel sorry for you there, Andromeda. You worked so hard for it, and then at the end you get defeated by a Pershing. Well, yep. It happens to all of us in the end, I suppose. Just look at that damage there. 5,999. Just one hit point short of 6k of damage. The next high score was the Conqueror on our own team with 5,083. And the highest score on the enemy team was their M48 pattern with 2,549. And the Pershing that won, he got 2,397. And he picked up a Leveslaeus out of that. The Conqueror picked up a Confederate. When it came to kills, yeah, Andromeda picked up 8 kills in that game. He got a Radley Walters. The next highest score was the Pershing, who got 4, including Andromeda. And when it came to base XP, well, he got 764, which is the highest on his team. But the highest on the enemy team was that Pershing, and he managed 1,264 base experience points. He fired 26 rounds, got 20 direct hits, 16 penetrations, damage of 5,999 hit points, of which 966 were at more than 300 meters. He received 26 hits from the enemy, only 8 of them penetrated, 15 non-penetrations and 3 hits as a result of splash damage. He blocked damage of 2,510 hit points in total, spotted 3 enemy vehicles, damaged 10 of the enemy, killed 8 of them, and did damage assistance of 435 hit points and got 43 defense points in the cap when he killed the KV-4. I think he does have a premium account, but the replays manager on this site went screwy with the 1.3 replays, so the results are in the wrong column. He picked up 58,574 credits from that game, got reward and compensation from completing a mission of 46,210, and a Courageous Resistance Award for 5,039, so that's for getting an epic medal in a losing game. So his total came to 107,823 credits. But that's the big problem. He did fire an awful lot of APCR in that game, and after repair of the vehicle, he actually ended up with a deficit, a loss of 48,025 credits. He picked up 19 bonds for the battle at tier 10 and 764 XP, 427 for Courageous Resistance, 894 for completing the mission and events, took away 2,085 altogether. Oh, so sad to lose it in the last second of the game. How cruel can you be to do that? Yeah, I'm sorry, but that is so sad. But there you go. At least you picked up a bundle of medals in the process, and it wasn't so bad because you picked up the Courageous Resistance Award as well for fighting it out. It must have been a nail biter for both teams watching the two tanks slugging it out, but I'm sure that the enemy team was very happy the moment that Pershing got alongside you, because they thought, yeah, now he has a chance. Now he has. If he'd actually moved out any sooner, I think he probably would have got holed by that 128mm gun, and that would have been the end of the game. But moving out when he did was perfect for him, and he won the game. So if you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. We do have a lot of really good replays, and hit that notification bell so you're told when one pick turns up. Thanks for watching.